Hi, my people. Welcome back to 100 Days of Data with Miss Mailiana. Today is day 9, and we are getting to understand the tool Excel, and we are going to be going through some formulas today. I am Francisca Mailiana Zonki, a data analyst and your lead tutor for this challenge. So, for day 8, we looked at the interface of Excel, and I made you to get to know that you can actually take a tour in Excel and learn some of the formulas like sum, split, transpose, and all that. So we are going to go through some formulas that is specific for you starting your whole data journey. So we are going to look at sum, average, count, if, maximum, minimum, wrap text, right? And these are the basics. Okay, adding up to the ones you took a tour with, and you're going to be okay and comfortable and confident in your Excel beginner stage. Okay, so let's go onto the laptop as well. All right, so this is actually, I just copied the tool, or no, the information, so the data from this channel, from my notes onto this Excel, and I just want to show you some tricks as we also learn. Okay, so as you can see, my data is overlapping. Okay, my data is overlapping, so I'm going to just come to this point, so the line between B and C, and I'm just going to double click it. Immediately I double click it, you realize that the B has expanded to fit the whole sentence here. So do you see that the high longest is this one, and we go through to this one as well, and it's the same thing, right? And I do same for the C and D, right? Because you can see that the C is covering the D, covering E, F, and all that, but the information is only on C. So when you double click the line between, double click it, it opens up as well, so you get to have this as well. So this is what you are looking at. You're looking at the sum, average, count, if, max, minimum, and wrap text. So sum is used for what? Adding numbers in a selected range. Average is used for calculating the mean of numbers. Count is also used to count cells that contains numbers only, right? Determines data set size. And then if the if function is used to what? Return results based on true or false condition. So that is to say that if you have if it is a B, if it's above 80 is a A, if it's above if it's below 80 is a B, something like that. You use the if. We realized that when I was speaking the English, I was like, if it is a, it's pass. If it is a B, is what pass or something like that. So that's what it means for the if formula. So the max is what's the highest value in that particular data. The minimum is returns the lowest value, and the wrap test breaks down data, breaks the text, long text into multiple lines in one cell. So let's do that quickly. All right, so I'm going to close the cell C. All right, and you can see that as I close it, my information is overlapping the D and E as well. So I'm going to use wrap test. Wrap test is this, okay, and I wrap it down. So you see that it has entered only C. So I can come here and wrap it as well. So I can select this information here all together and wrap test. So you see that it has opened up the cell. So that's what wrap test is all about. Okay, so let's take a tour. So let's go back to home. This home rather, and let's take a tour and use the tour to actually explain or understand some of the formulas or functions. Okay, so let's take a tour. All right, so the tour, let's go. So the very first formula we are going to use under this tour is what? The sum, right? Which is addition, right? Okay, so we have to add up the fruits, meat, item, and what? Um, we have fruits, meat, items, and items as well. Okay, so let's do the very first one. I think it's taking a while to load the whole, to load yeah, it's just in now. So let's read, right, to so that when you also have it, you can actually get to know all these things. The very first things it says is what? Select the yellow cell under the amount of fruit, right? This is it. So my active cell, see, this is active cell, the green. So my active cell is on the yellow thing. It says what? Type what? Equal to. So note this. If you are typing a formula or a function, right, in Excel, you always have to start with an equal to sign. The equal to sign tells Excel that whatever I'm come to type here is a formula. All right. So now I've typed my equal to sign and it says was type sum. So immediately I start typing sum, you can see a pop-up coming up. So I can just click it and it opens up, right? Then now I'm going to select, right? So you can select or type out. So if you want, you can just select, okay, it says from the apples to the lemons that you want to do. But you realize that the information here is not saying 50 plus 20 plus 60 plus 40. It is saying D4 and then colon D7, right? Those are the names of the cell. So Excel is adding everything it sees in that cell. So any number that is in that cell, it is adding it. So that is what it means. The D4, D7 means cells. Okay, so I just close my brackets and press enter and it sums it up. All right, so now use a shortcut key, select the yellow cell under the amount of meat and amount of meat. On the formula tab, click on auto sum. All right, okay, so let's go to the meat. It says what's formula tab, so let's go to the formulas and let's look for auto sum. Right, so you see auto sum there. It tells you it has given us easy peasy. You see how Excel is easy. So let's go back to item as well and we can just do auto sum, the easiest, right? And we go to item here as well. It says, well, try adding another sum if formula here, but add amounts that are less than 100 and the result should be 160. So if formula, okay, so this is the if. So it says what's equal to sum if. All right, so I can see my sum if, right? And I'll say what my D. So I'm selecting everything and I'm going to come to the formula bar and I am going to do comma and quotation mark if it's greater than, right? So the formula bar, so whatever I'm typing here is happening here. So for me not to mess it up, I have clicked on the formula bar to activate the formula bar. So that I'll type all my formula there and press enter. If I press enter, the information will come here, right? It says greater than 100. Okay, so let's do that. It says, oh, okay, I didn't bring my quotation back. There's a typo. Yes, I didn't bring my quotation mark here. So enter. What did I add on? If it's greater, oh sorry, if it's less than. All right, so less than. Okay, so we got it. So my less than and equal to sign. So you see that when you select the information here, right, when you select the information here, your formula bar has the actual formula, right? So always remember that if you're typing a formula and it's too much, just go and activate the formula bar and type the formula there. That is very simple. So we've just gone through the sum, right? So fill out as well. So you can go through fill out is one of, it's just you knowing how to arrange your data and collecting your data. So let's go through that as well. And then we are going to go back to the add and then we are going to use this for our other functions. Okay, so let's do the fill out. It says was click the yellow cell with the number and 100 and what rest your cursor on your yellow. So you remember I said Excel, okay, I've not said it. Excel has different cursor, right? So when you come here, you see the cursor, my cursor is now a plus sign. When I come here, no, my cursor is a cross, a white cross here. When I come here is a black sign. When I come to the edge is a black sign. So that is used for filling out. All right, so when I fill it out, you realize that it is actually giving me 10, 110, 120, 130. So it's adding up one after the other. How does that come about? The information is here on the formula bar, right? See where my cursor is. It's saying what's equal to sum CD to D4. So it's adding this and this and this and this and that. So that's why the information is this way. When you come here to, there's a formula here. You can see the formula here. So always when you have a data, make sure you see if there's a formula attached. Why do I say that? If you copy this and you paste it here, you see that it's giving you 0, 0, right? But when I click on the paste and I say paste only values, it's going to only paste the only values, and you realize that the formula is no longer there, right? So that is also there as well. All right, so that is what I want to share you with Phil. So let's go back to knowing the data analytics functions or formulas as well. All right, so we've done some or we've done addition, right? Subtraction is not, is just like, I don't think we mostly do subtraction like that. But if you want to do subtraction, you just do equal to sign and take whatever you want to subtract and you subtract it. Do you get? Okay, something like this as well. Okay, yes, I want to delete it. So now let's do some average. Okay, so how do we get to have our average? Let me put my average here. So let's find out the average amount. So I'm going to do equal to average. So when I start typing, my average comes up, and I'm going to select all this and close my bracket and enter. So my average is now 52. What does that mean? It means that um the if I take any item here, the estimated price for this, give or take, the price is around 52. It's either going to be bigger than 52 or lesser than 52. That's what average means, right? So when you want to find out an average of a data, equal to, you type your average and you select your information, and you have that as well. The other information I wanted us to look at will be, okay, let me think, it's here, will be what? Count, right? So count is actually going to be, right, so counts here, we counting, so let's go equal to count, right? So let's count the value, right? It's counting the five, it's 5 items there, so that's count, like the word count. Okay, so the next the next information we are going to have is if. So let's look at if formula as well. So for the if, we've done some if, so it's similar. So if this is this, name it this. So let's do it here. Okay, so equal to, if into brackets, right? So anytime you type a formula, you're going to see some small pop up here, which is going to guide you. So as I said, technology teaches you as you go. You just have to pay attention when it's teaching you. It's giving you all the information. You have to just understand what the information is all about. So the very first thing says logical test. So if what is what? So if this is greater than 50, right? Comma. So that's the logical test, that if whatever is in this cell, if it's greater than 50, please call it high price. So I'm putting it in quotation marks. Remember that. If it's not greater than 50, it's going to be what? Lesser than 50. So make it what? Low price. Name it as low price. My quotation mark, I close my brackets, sorry, and I press it, I close it. So I can now copy it and arrange it. All right, so you can see that we have high price, we have low price, high price, low price, low price, low price. So that is the if formula. Okay, that is the if formula. So let's check out the next formula as well, which is the max. So let's get the maximum as well. Oh, so let me put the average here so that we don't forget. So average of this is 52. Okay, what did I just do? Yeah, This is the average. You can see it here. This is the E formula as well. So now let's look at maximum. So let's find the maximum from this angle. So I'm going to do it here. Equal to max. All right, max of what? This set of things. And it's giving me my maximum is 50. Let's do same here as well. Or let's do minimum for this one. Equal to minimum, right? And select, right? So minimum of 20. The minimum is 20, maximum here is 50, average here is 50, and the if formula, we got to see the low price and high price. Okay. And we've gone through wrap tests as well. So this is the beginning, right? So explore more and learn more. Also note that the tech tools you use actually teaches you as you go. So you have to pay attention and read. They are just English. So if you're able to read and you get to realize that, oh, this is what it's saying, let me get a better understanding, then you can use the AI, ChatGPT, Google to understand what it's talking about. And in fact, you get to know that you are learning better. All right. All right, so we've come to the end of day 9. Tomorrow makes it 10%. Day 10 of 100 days of data is tomorrow. And for tomorrow, you're going to be looking at cleaning a raw data step by step. So that will be our very first data set coming up. So I'm going to share that in the description for tomorrow and all that. If you have any challenges, please find a way to join our WhatsApp group in our description so that you can and ask questions, and then we get to answer you as well. Thank you so much for joining us and for joining this challenge. I hope you've learned a lot up to this point. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that Data with Miss Mailiana is going on, and we are doing amazing already. We are already on day 10. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and keep supporting. We see all your comments and we appreciate you all. Let's make it big. Thank you. Bye for now.